Hello, fellow football fanatics. How we doing today, everybody? Welcome back to Sports Picks, podcast number 3. Here we go. We rolling, coming in with your winning weekly picks. Sports Picks by yours truly, Tyler Mullendor, coming in hot. You know me, I only pick the winners. And I've been on a streak. You know what I'm saying? I picked the Jets last week. No one's seen that coming. I picked them Cowboys to beat the Rams. No one's seen that coming. I'm known to know about an upset or two. You know what I'm saying? It ain't always about what the favorites are in the sports book. Sometimes people, you just got to go with your heart. You got to go with what you know to be true. You know, some of these franchises are not what they appear to be. All right, here we go. Let's start with the games. All right, Thursday night, we got us a killer matchup. Most coveted game of the year. Here we go, Thursday night. Now, see, this is what Thursday night football is all about, guys. Commanders and Bears. All right, so here's what we got. All right, the Bears are favored by 1, probably because they're at home. You know what I'm saying? They say that's worth 3 points. All right, the last week, the Commanders lost to Tennessee. So, and the Bears last week, they lost to Minnesota. So both teams coming off losses. You know, that's not really big on their confidence. We got Wentz throwing for the Commanders. He's actually got an over-under this week at 217.5 yards going up against the Chicago Bears' number 9 pass defense. You know, this game's hard to pick for me. You got Justin Fields. He's going up against the number 19 pass defense of the Commanders. So, you know, the Bears got a little better defense. Commanders' defense ain't that good. Wentz is probably a little bit better than Fields in my book. So, you know, to me, this is a toss-up. I think they're right. You know, I'm going to go ahead and just take the home team. I'm going to take the Bears because I think Carson Wentz and them are struggling, especially with all that stuff Ron Rivera was saying about him. You know, when your team looks bad, then, you know, a lot of times they end up performing poorly. So, anyways, next game, Bucks Steelers. Oh man, the Steelers, they choked it up last week to the Bills. They got blown out, one of the only big blowouts to happen so far this year. You know, it seems like all the games been tight. Anyways, last week the Bucks beat Atlanta, and everybody knows why, because Tom Brady, you know what happened? He got a little sand in his where, and he actually was kicking and crying on the ground like a little girl, and they actually thought he got stepped on. No, he was just throwing a little hissy fit, and they threw a flag. Big surprise. Changed the course of the game. These referees all have, there's been some conspiracy theories out there. We all know. I mean, look at Pete Rose. What happened to him? He got in trouble. You know, who's to say these refs are above the law? Seriously doubt it, especially with what they're getting paid. You know what I'm saying? They're part timers. All right. Anyway, back to the game. Bucks Steelers. They got the Bucks by 8. I'm taking the Bucks and the points. I don't care. The Steelers got blown out 38-3 last week. I know the Bucks ain't the Bills, but the Steelers are lost in the sauce. Plus, they got the number 30 pass D, and Brady's going to have a heyday with them. 275.5 yards on the over-under. Shoot, I might take the over. 275, that's a lot for old man Tom. But, you know, he might have a couple good games left in him. You never know. You know, I kind of hope he don't. I wouldn't be mad at him if he just didn't show up to the game. Anyways, Pickett throwing for the Steelers. That dude needs to find himself. Bucks only got the number 16 pass D, but yeah, Bucks are taking this by a landslide. Next game, Ravens, Giants. All right. They got the Ravens by 5.5 on this one, ladies and gentlemen. The Ravens last week beat Cincy. All right, the Giants last week, they beat Green Bay. No one saw that coming. Everybody thought the Giants were all confused, and we thought Aaron Rodgers was going to find his MVP caliber performances that he always does. But you know what happened? The exact opposite. The Giants found themselves, and the Packers lost themselves. So you know what? The Giants, they could be a team to look out for. Plus, they got the number 8 pass defense, and they got old Daniel Jones back slinging the ball for them. But he's going, Lamar Jackson for the Ravens. He's obviously the better quarterback, even though the Ravens only got the number 32 pass defense. So, this game could be tighter than what people think. I mean, I don't know. This is a game kind of to watch for me, but I'm taking the Ravens. Maybe not the points, but who knows? This could go the other way. The Giants may turn out to be not who we think they are, and the Ravens blow them out. But anyways, here we go. Next game, the Jets, Jets versus the Packers. So you know what, guys? Man, I'm hot on these Jets. 2 weeks in a row I've been calling upsets and they've been delivering. Can they do it again? Can they go into Green Bay, Wisconsin and knock off the Packers at home? I don't know. The Packers favored by 7. I'm not taking the points. I don't know if the Jets can pull it off. I mean, last week the Jets beat Miami, even though they're spiraling out of control. Zach Wilson coming to his own a little bit, looking all right out there. And they got the number 10 pass D. Well, let's back up a second. Zach Wilson, he's throwing against the Packers, the number 2 pass defense. And we all know Rodgers is Rodgers, but they said he had a little thumb injury. So who knows? Maybe he can't, look, Dak Prescott had a thumb. That dude ain't even playing. So I don't know. I don't know if the Jets can pull the upset, but I'd sure love to see that one, wouldn't you guys? Forget the Packers. We're done with old man Tom. We're done with old man Aaron Rodgers. This is a new league. We're bringing in the youth. Time to turn over a new leaf, as they say. All right, fellas, next game, Niners, Falcons. The Falcons lost to the Bucs last week. We all know they got cheated out of that loss. I got the Niners favored by 5.5 on this game. Last week, the Niners beat the Panthers. Like I said, Jimmy G rolling, people. Why y'all hating on Jimmy G when you know he's the answer? It's the way of the world today. The answer right there in front of their face, but they refuse to accept it. All right, anyways, Jimmy G going up against the number 28 pass D of the Falcons. So Tom Brady struggled against them, but look for Jimmy G to have a good day. And Mariota of the Falcons is going up against the number 3 pass defense of the Niners. I'm taking the Niners, fellas. I'm taking the points. All right, next game, Vikings, Dolphins. I got the Vikings favored by 3.5 on this one. Last week, the Vikings beat the Bears. We all knew that. The Bears can't beat anybody. If the Bears were a step parent and they had a redheaded stepchild, they would struggle. I'm just saying. Anyways, all right. We're talking about the Vikings. Sorry, I digressed. All right. Vikings against the Dolphins. The Dolphins lost to the Jets, like I just said. Okay. Vikings got Kirk Cousins throwing the ball, going up against the number 28 pass defense of the Dolphins. And we got the Dolphins got, listen to this, guys, Skylar Thompson. Yeah, he's throwing the ball for the Dolphins. He's going up against the number 22 pass defense of the Vikings. I don't know. Maybe Skylar Thompson. See, I don't even know his name. Maybe he comes out, proves me wrong. But I feel like if you got a quarterback situation and it ain't a good one, then I'm betting against you. I'm taking the Vikings. I'm taking the points. Look for the Dolphins to struggle. All right, next game, Bengals, Saints. All right, last week the Saints beat Seattle. I was picking Seattle. I was rolling with Geno. Man, now it came down to the last minutes of the game, and Seattle almost got him. And this old Taysom Hill, dude, who's Taysom Hill? I thought he was the backup. Is he the starter? Is he the backup? Jameis Winston, Andy Dalton, Taysom Hill. We don't know. So I'm saying, you got a quarterback situation. I'm betting against you. They just barely scraped by last time. Got Bengals favored by 2 points against the Saints, right? And Bengals, they had just lost to Baltimore last week because you seen Joe Burrow. He couldn't get no deep pass off, and he was inside his own head. He said, man, they're going to make me do 9, 10, 11, 12 play drives, and it's going to take time. Don't say that to Peyton Manning. That dude is the king of 6-minute drives, throwing 3 yards a pass and 100 passes a drive. Burrow, you're going to have to learn in this league. But you know what? I'm taking the Bengals, guys. They're favored by 2. Might as well take the points. All right, next game, Patriots against the Browns. We got the Browns favored by 2.5. the Patriots whooped up on them Lions last week. That I did not get that pick right. I was thinking the Lions was gonna do it, but they didn't do it. The Browns last week lost to the Chargers, which the Chargers are the best team on paper. They just can't never put it together. All right, the Patriots got this dude Bailey Zappy. I don't know, OBZ spinning the football for them, going up against the Browns, number 14 pass defense. So, that's middle of the road pass D. And this dude, Bailey Zappi, had a week last week. So maybe he'll go off again. Maybe this is upcoming. The Browns got Jacoby Brissett. He's been a real struggling backup. He throws picks at the end of every game. You think you're going to pick him, and then he throws a pick. You pick him, he throws a pick. And the Pats got the number 11 pass D. I thought Bill Belichick maybe fell off a step last week. Coach, if you're out there, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. Do not cross Bill Belichick, folks. If you say one word about him falling off, he comes out and smokes the other team. And his defense allows 0 points. So, yeah, I'm taking the Pats to beat the Browns on this. Look for Jacoby Brissett to struggle against Bill Belichick and his defensive mind. All right, next game, Jags, Colts. All right, we got the Colts favored by 2 on this one. The Colts beat Denver last week in a thriller, boys. What was she, 12-9 or whatever? Man, I fell asleep about 9 times during that game. Oh, man. And Jags lost to Houston last week, so here we are. We thought maybe the Jags was having a little coming out party. Maybe Trevor Lawrence was becoming the guy he was supposed to be, and old Dougie Peterson from the Andy Reid tree, we thought he was going to do something down there in Jacksonville, but here's Jacksonville doing what they do best, losing to teams that are not even that good. All right, Colts got the number 16 pass D. Jags got the number 15 pass D. So a couple good middle-of-the-road defenses here. I'm looking for Matt Ryan to struggle. I'm looking for Trevor Lawrence to struggle. I'm looking for this to be another one of them riveting 12-9 games. Can the Colts do it back-to-back weeks? Yes. The Colts by 2. They're favored by 2. Give me the points, 12-9. They're winning by 3, buddy. Write it down. Take a picture. All right, next, Panthers and Rams. Last week, the Rams lost to Dallas, which I was trying to tell you guys, Cooper Rush, don't mess up a good thing. Anyways, okay, the Panthers lost to the Niners last week. This game, they got the Rams favored by 10.5 points. I mean, the Rams just lost last week. I mean, what? How 10.5? That's insanity. The Panthers, yeah, okay, the Panthers fired their coach. And old Baker Mayfield, he's hurt. He's out. High ankle sprain. You ever hear high ankle sprain? Just think at least half a year. You never want to hear the words high ankle sprain. If you're a fan of an organization and one of the players that you're a fan of, if you hear that. Bad news. So actually, Panthers fire their coach, Matt Rule. They're on their 3rd string quarterback, which is this dude, P. Walker, which supposedly was Matt Rule's guy. Now, Matt Rule's gone and P. Walker's in. I'm thinking the Panthers are going to struggle, but you know what? All their struggles was supposedly on the offensive side. They got a number 17 pass D. I'm taking the Rams to win, but I'm not taking the points. They got Stafford at 267.5 on the over-under on the yards. I'm taking the under on that too. I'm looking for the Panthers to lose, but the Rams ain't even that good. So 10.5, nuts. Cardinals, Seahawks, next game. All right, Cardinals favored by 2.5. Last week, the Cardinals lost to Philly. You heard me talking about that game. Cardinals been struggling, dude. Seahawks last week lost to New Orleans. The Seahawks, Geno Smith out there slanging that thing, putting up points, just not enough. Okay. All right. Murray for the Cardinals going against the number 26 pass D of the Seahawks, and Geno Smith of the Seahawks going against the number 21 pass D of the Cardinals. So I'm looking for both these quarterbacks to have a good day. I'm looking for another good game these Seahawks have been in. I think we're going to have us a shootout right to the dang end, folks. You know what? Come on. As much as being a Chiefs fan traditionally, I don't really like the Seahawks, but you know what? I think Geno's going to win one. He ain't going to throw all these yards and all these points and not get no dub. You come on now, Seahawks over Cardinals. Kyler Murray, you're struggling. Pull it together. Bills, Chiefs, baby. Oh, yeah. How about them Chiefs? We thought the Raiders was a trap game last week, but the Chiefs come out and put it to them. You know what I'm saying? Put that grit to them. Just let them know that we was here to play. You know what I'm saying? And I just want to give a special shout out to Carl Sheffers, the referee that is ruining the game of football. And, I heard an interesting statistic about this guy that every game that he refs, supposedly the underdogs always beat the spread. Imagine that. You think he don't have no influence over the game, but he's getting these payouts? Well, actually, I don't know if he's getting the payouts, but I'm just saying he has the ability to influence a payout. Anyways, he threw that flag, and the crowd started chanting some words that I ain't going to say on here. But you know what? That game was awesome. That was the first time that crowd, that seemed like we was alive again. That seemed like pre-COVID intensity, like we was back. Welcome to Arrowhead. Welcome to the Thunderdome. Yeah, so the crowd noise shut him down. Anyways, you know what? Go ahead, poke the big bear, see what happens, And my man 87 got it on. Travis Kelce, 4 TDs. Oh. All right, here we go. Who we're playing? The Bills. Oh, yeah, this is the best game of the whole dang year. AFC Championship preview, guys. And it's going to be just like the last time we played the Bills. It's going to come down to about 13 seconds, and we going to put it to them. Bills favor by 2.5 on this, guys. The Chiefs are underdog at home after we just got done showing the home field advantage last week. So, they're insane. The Bills beat Pittsburgh. They whipped up on them, but Pittsburgh ain't nobody. The Chiefs pass D is kind of struggling, guys. We know how that secondary is, got an injury from what's his name that slipped on the turf in week 1, and so now we're back. The Snead's looking good in the secondary, but that's about it. We got a rookie, Watson, I think, over there on the other side. And, yeah, so they're, but our philosophy is if you score more points than the other team, then you win the game. Hello, folks. Anyways, Mahomes, he's going up against the number 4 pass defense of the Bills. So the Bills got that stout D. The Bills are number 2 in scoring offense, and we're number 1. So you know what? You score more points than the other team, you win the game. So that's what we gonna do, folks. Look for a shootout. Look for the Chiefs to win at home. Don't give Patrick Mahomes any type of extra inspiration, guys. You giving him that underdog? Come on now. You gotta come out and watch for a big game from Mahomes. Here we go. Cowboys, Eagles, Sunday night. Hey, waiting all day for Carrie Underwood. It's Sunday night. Here we go. Eagles by 6.5. You know what? I mean, the Cowboys beat the Rams last week. The Eagles beat the Cards last week. Cooper Rush thrown for the Cowboys. They said, Dak Prescott's back at practice, but who? Why mess with a good thing? Let Cooper Rush keep going. But I don't see him, even though the Cowboys got the number 7 pass defense, Eagles got the number 5 pass defense. So I'm looking for Cooper Rush to struggle against the Eagles. I'm looking for Hurts to do what he does. Just be consistent and continue to win. I'm taking the Eagles 6.5. I don't know about the points. Divisional game. Maybe it comes down to a field goal. This one's probably close. Good one for Sunday night. All right, guys, Monday night, Broncos-Chargers, AFC West matchup. They got the Chargers by 5 in this one. All right, last week the Broncos lost to the Colts, and last week the Chargers beat the Browns. Got old Russell Wilson going up against the number 20 pass defense of the Chargers, and Justin Herbert going up against the number 1 pass defense in the Denver Broncos. Wilson, like I've been saying, that man's looking old, and old Hackett ain't helping him. Hackett that can't hack it or whatever. Yeah, I'm taking the Chargers on this one, guys. And like I said on the last one, divisional games, they always play each other well. So I'm not going to take the points. So anyways, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe. And hey, thanks for watching, my fellow football fanatics. Hey, and let me just tell you something about the Chiefs, okay? We gonna win this game against the Bills, and then we gonna win every other game for the rest of the season. Watch, we gonna go on a tear. We gonna get that defense back right, and Patrick Mahomes gonna keep slanging it. And my question is, I heard an interesting point today talking about. Excuse me. Let me ask my question. My question is, what wide receiver is gonna step up? What wide receiver is gonna take the place of Tyreek Hill? What wide receiver is gonna be the guy that puts us over the top? Well, we all already know the answer. It's number 87, Travis Kelce. Think about it. How did Tom Brady win all them Super Bowls? Well, being Tom Brady, but anyways, he had Edelman, he had Randy Moss that one year, but they lost. You know who he had? He had Gronkowski, Aaron Hernandez, tight end game, brother. Tight end game. Kelce, just take it. Mahomes, Kelce, 100 points a game, all the way to the Super Bowl. Get that dub. Later.